Deep within the heart of Egypt's sandy deserts, an astounding archaeological discovery has come to light. An ancient pyramid, believed to be over 4,500 years old, has yielded a secret that has long remained hidden from the world. So what was the purpose of this room? What secrets does it hold? Join us as we delve deep into the mysteries of this ancient civilization. Egypt's archaeologists found an old graveyard near the famous Giza pyramids just outside of Cairo. Mostafa Waziri, Secretary General of the Supreme Council of Antiquities, said that the cemetery has the tombs and grave shafts of high-ranking officials, as well as a beautiful limestone statue from the Old Kingdom's 5th Dynasty. One tomb is for a priest and judge named Behnui-Ka and an official named Nui, who is called the Chief of the Great State, Overseer of the New Settlements, and the Purifier of King Khafre. Ashraf Mohi, who is in charge of the historical site on the Giza Plateau, says that scientists know the cemetery was used a lot in the late period from 664 through 332 BC because they found painted and decorated wooden anthropoid coffins and wooden and clay funerary masks from that time. Dr. Zahi Hawass, who used to be Egypt's Minister of Antiquities, was at the event where the discovery was revealed. He said that the cemetery is next to another cemetery where pyramid markers are buried. Egypt keeps showing us new parts of its long history. Archaeologists recently found the bones of a powerful high priest who lived 2,500 years ago. In a recent PBS program, the secrets of the mysterious Tomb of the Warriors were revealed, and archaeologists solved an old mystery by finding the wreck of an extremely rare ship that traveled the Nile about 2,500 years ago.
But as the experts delved deeper into the enigma, they began to question the true nature of the pyramid. The presence of the hidden corridor seemed out of place and shrouded in mystery, igniting debates on the pyramid's original purpose. Was it merely a tomb, or was there something far more sinister lurking within? Theories of ritualistic practices and concealed vaults of treasures surfaced, only adding to the intrigue. It was as if the pyramid was hiding a dark secret waiting to be uncovered. In 2016, the team utilized a special type of imaging called Muography that discovered the space behind the northern face of the Great Pyramid. They found a space that was about 7 meters above the main entrance, hidden behind a chevron-shaped structure made of stone. After more tests using radar and sound, they used a tiny 6mm wide endoscope to see inside the pyramid. During a news conference held next to the pyramid, officials revealed the footage captured by a camera. The video shows an empty corridor with walls made of roughly cut stones and a carved stone ceiling. "Let's keep scanning and see what we can uncover beneath this mysterious pyramid," said Mostafa Waziri, head of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities, to his team. Sahar Hawass, an Egyptologist from Egypt, called this discovery a major breakthrough that would shake the world. She added, "This discovery could help us uncover whether the burial chamber of King Khafre still exists inside the pyramid." Harris, another expert to the team, had a hunch that something significant was lurking in the space below the corridor. "I think we'll know if I'm right in a few months," he said. But the discovery raised even more questions about the purpose of the pyramid. For years, people believed it was built as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, but the hidden corridor suggested that there may be more to its design. Some experts speculated that the corridor had been used for ritual purposes or to store valuable treasures. There have been other significant discoveries made inside the Great Pyramid of Giza, but this one was undoubtedly the biggest in over a century. A new space, similar in size to the Grand Gallery, was found inside the pyramid, but it's still a mystery what it was used for. The Grand Gallery, a long corridor that led to the burial chamber of Khufu, is still considered one of the most impressive architectural feats of ancient times. The discovery was made possible by new technology and high-energy particle physics, and the findings were published in the scientific journal, Nature. According to archaeologist and deontologist Yukinori Koe, a National Geographic emerging explorer, this is the discovery of the century. There have been many hypotheses about the pyramid, but no one even imagined that such a big void is located above the Grand Gallery. This discovery is part of a long journey that dates back thousands of years to understand the Great Pyramid of Giza, which has always been shrouded in mystery and fascination. The pyramid was built around 4,500 years ago during a time when ancient Egypt was ruled by a wealthy and powerful monarchy that benefited from trade and fertile Nile agriculture. The Pharaoh Khufu built himself a massive pyramid that covers 13 acres and was originally 479 feet tall, an incredible display of power. According to Kate Spence, a University of Cambridge archaeologist who studies ancient Egypt, these sorts of pyramids are the major product, so to speak, of the kings who built them. An awful lot of Egyptian society is probably geared toward building pyramids at this particular time. With this new discovery, we might finally get a glimpse into the true purpose of the awe-inspiring wonder of the ancient world. Well, today visitors can actually enter the pyramid through a tunnel created in the 9th century AD. How cool is that? The National Geographic Society has conducted 2 explorations of the pyramid, including a 2002 study of the air shafts extending from one of the pyramid's 3 chambers. But the most recent discovery was made by the Scan Pyramids Project, an international mission under the supervision of Egypt's Ministry of Antiquities. The project began in 2015 with the goal of using a variety of technologies to explore Egypt's largest pyramids without causing any damage. Previously, the Scan Pyramids project has identified some intriguing voids and anomalies, which were not entirely surprising since the interior of the pyramids is much rougher and more rubble-filled than most people imagine. However, the new void was a complete surprise, and it is arguably the most significant discovery ever made using muon radiography, an imaging technique that was first demonstrated in the pyramids of Giza. Chris Morris, a physicist at the Los Alamos National Laboratory and an expert on muon imaging techniques, said, "It's a striking discovery. This makes another muon radiographer jealous. I'm jealous. These guys have discovered a remarkable thing." The technique, used to look through cathedrals, wars, Mayan pyramids, and even volcanoes, is based on a natural occurrence of subatomic particles called muons. These tiny particles rain down on Earth constantly when cosmic rays collide with Earth's upper atmosphere. Although we can't see muons with the naked eye, scientists can detect them using special films and detectors that track their 3D paths. Experts are not entirely sure about the purpose of the void, which appears empty and stretches for at least 100 feet. However, they're being cautious about referring to it as a chamber for now. Study co-author Madi Tayobi, president and co-founder of the Heritage Innovation Presentation Institute, said, "For the moment, we don't know if it's horizontal or inclined or if it's made from one structure or several successive structures. What we do know is that this void is there. That's impressive, and that it was not expected by any kind of theory." Egyptologists have proposed potential explanations for the void. For example, archaeologist Spence from Cambridge believes that the void may have been created during the construction of the Great Pyramid. She notes that very large blocks weighing many tons make up the ceiling of the chambers located above the king's chamber, which is the main room where Khufu was buried. Since the void lines up with the upper chambers of the Great Pyramid, which were designed to alleviate pressure on the king's chamber below, Spence suggests that the void could have served as an internal ramp for moving the massive roof blocks in place. Salima Ikra, an Egyptologist from the American University in Cairo, thinks that the void could have played a part in constructing the Grand Gallery, since it's located directly above it. However, she adds with a hint of humor that we should not take the current interpretations too seriously, as they may turn out to be incorrect. But the discoveries inside the Great Pyramid of Giza doesn't end there. The Queen's Chamber and the King's Chamber are among the most important discoveries. The King's Chamber is a large room that measures approximately 10.5 meters by 5.2 meters and is made entirely of red granite. It contained the sarcophagus that was used to hold the body of Pharaoh Khufu. The sarcophagus is the only object in the chamber, and there are no other decorations or inscriptions on the walls. Prior to its discovery, there were many theories and speculations about its functions. Some suggested that it was a granary or a tomb for a powerful ruler, but there was no concrete evidence to support these ideas. It wasn't until the 15th century when an Arab historian named al-Maqdisi explored the pyramid and discovered the King's Chamber, which provided the first real insight into the purpose of the pyramid and the beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. But it wasn't until the 19th century that Western archaeologists fully investigated the chamber and discovered the entrance to it. The King's Chamber is an engineering marvel, not only because of the materials and technique used to construct it, but also because of its design. Located at the center of the pyramid, the chamber's ceiling is made up of 5 enormous granite slabs that weigh over 70 tons each. Yet somehow, the builders managed to lift and place these massive blocks in perfect alignment with each other. The discovery of the King's Chamber was a groundbreaking moment in the history of archaeology. It provided concrete evidence that the Great Pyramid of Giza was, in fact, a tomb of a powerful ruler, and it helped to dispel many of the myths and legends that had grown up around the pyramid over the centuries. Another significant discovery was the Queen's Chamber, which was located within the King's Chamber. It was a small rectangular room measuring about 5 meters by 2.5 meters, located roughly halfway up the pyramid. Although it was initially believed to be intended as a burial chamber for a queen or other female member of the royal family, subsequent investigations by other archaeologists have suggested that this is unlikely. Instead, it may have been used as a storage room for tools, food, and other supplies needed during the construction of the pyramid. The Great Pyramid of Giza also has 2 narrow shafts that climb steeply upwards from the north and south walls of the chamber. Although their purpose is not entirely clear, some experts believe that they were used for ventilation, while others think they had an astronomical function. Some people even believe that they may have had some unknown religious purpose. The openings of the shafts were originally bricked up and hidden, and it was only in 1872 that they were rediscovered and opened by British engineer and archaeologist Wayne Dixon. The shafts are a remarkable feature of the Great Pyramid and are unlike anything found in other pyramids. They're narrow and run at an angle, making them difficult to explore. The door was about 6 centimeters thick, and some people speculated that it could lead to a chamber with a statue of the king. However, the size of the shaft and proximity to the outer surface of the pyramid made this unlikely. The discovery of 3 objects taken from the north shaft in the Queen's Chamber by British archaeologist Dixon, which were rediscovered in the British Museum's depository, made the shaft even more interesting. Regardless of its purpose, the Grand Gallery is a remarkable feat of engineering, and its design is noteworthy as it was engineered to support the massive weight of the pyramid above it. Amazing, no? And this brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating content. Also, feel free to leave your thoughts and comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Join us on our journey through history, and together, let's discover the incredible stories of our past.